Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Sam B right here with the Tune Up Show. So look, we're gonna get into this. I don't know. Should we be wearing masks? Should we not be wearing masks? Who knows? But I know you really shouldn't be wearing a mask. You really shouldn't be. There's a lot of avenues to go down when it comes to this mask wearing, non-mask wearing. So I guess I gotta pick one for the sake of time, and it could be various reasons why people still want to wear a mask. Me personally, I think people are zombies. You know, they have that just one track mind. You know, something you've been doing habitually for 2 years. It's just hard to just break a habit. You know, almost like a crackhead. You know, or an alcoholic, or a sex addict. You know, you've been doing something for so long, it's just hard to break the habit. And I'm sorry, but that's the comparison to people that are still wearing their mask. You are an addict. You're somebody that likes to be told what to do. And the sad thing is that, you know, I mean, there's no disparaging, but you know, you got this whole March is Women's Month, and women are the main people that don't want to be told what to do, but they gonna still wear that mask. So I don't get, me personally. Obviously, I was joking, but what I don't get is that you stood up for the science when they told you to wear the mask. You broke your back. You screamed from the top of your lungs, "Put on your mask! Put on your mask!" And you did. And the people did. There was people that walked around feeling upset and bad that, oh man, I'm sorry, man. I apologize. I'm putting my mask on. And everybody listened to the science for a whole year and a half, but now that same science is telling you to stop wearing it. What are you trying to prove? What sort of validation are you looking for by still keeping your mask on? Well, I got a few news clips. Good Morning America with what's the guy's name? George Stephanopoulos, and Strahan, you know, another liberal clown. All right, not just because he played for the Giants, but you know, whatever. I'm an Eagles fan. I can get over it. You know, whatever. But let's see what they're talking about.
Out of the full-blown pandemic phase of COVID-19 as more and more states drop mask mandates.
Among the 10 states with indoor mandates, 6 of them have said that they will allow their rules to expire in the coming days and weeks. Whit Johnson joins us now with more on what you need to know about masking. Good morning, Whit.
Robin, good morning. As the dominoes fall on mask mandates, Americans in places like New York City are left to navigate a patchwork of different rules and recommendations from their city, state, and federal government. But the CDC director says when it comes to removing the mask, we're not there yet. This morning, mask policy whiplash across the country as a cascade of states drop their mandates, despite the CDC insisting most Americans should still be wearing them.
At this time, we continue to recommend masking in areas of high and substantial transmission. That's much of the country right now in public indoor settings.
Starting today, New York State lifting its indoor mask requirement or proof of vaccination for businesses, but waiting until early March to decide on schools.
New Yorkers, this is what we've been waiting for. Tremendous progress after 2 long years. And we're not done, but this is trending in a very, very good direction.
However, with
man, she looks like she's gonna be needing hospice soon. I mean, I'm sorry, but these people that are in office, man, these people, I don't see how they're even still walking vertically. I don't see how they're still vertical. You know, these people. I mean, she looks like one of those. You know, I don't know if people remember the John Carpenter movie. They Live. When those aliens, you know, they finally were like, you know, whenever you put on the sunglasses and you can see their real face, that's what she looks like. You know, she doesn't look well. I mean, one more facelift and she might as well just be a skeleton. You know, I mean, I'm sorry, but I mean, look, it's time for some of these politicians to just step down, man. I'm sorry.
Local leaders able to make their own rules. In New York City, the mask mandate remains on mass transit and vaccination cards still required at restaurants, theaters, and arenas.
I own a business and I'm very close with people, so I'm going to wear it all the time. I'm not going to make my clients wear it, but I would like them to.
With new cases in the U.S.
Why do you expect to have any business? You're really going to go against, like I said, and there's another person that's against science. Well, that's against enforced science whenever she feels though she wants to be validated for what she's doing. Look, let me tell y'all something, man. You're not a good, it doesn't make you a good person by depriving your own oxygen. Okay? Because that's all you're doing when you're wearing that mask. You're breathing in carbon monoxide that you're supposed to be breathing out, and you're supposed to be breathing. That's why if anyone ever worked out, you're supposed to be breathing in through your nose and out your mouth. Okay? Inhale when you're lifting and exhale when you're letting go. All right? Everybody knows that. You're supposed to be breathing in your nose and out your mouth. Okay? That's how the body works. That's how you get fresh air into your lungs and the bad air, the carbon monoxide, out of your body. But CDC, people like, you know, these clowns that are still wearing their masks, even because the reason why they're dropping a lot of these mask mandates is because you got people like Alex Jones, you got these investigative journalists out here that are really digging up the behind of these doctors that are pretty much these scientists that are lying to your face about COVID and everything that's happening and mask mandates and all types of other stuff. And these people are lying. You know, they're lying to you, and that's why they're dropping the mask mandates, because these people have been caught in their lies. They've been caught red-handed, and now they have to drop these mandates. They have to drop them now. So, you know, one that's a win for the righteous, you know, but you know, you always got to wait for the other foot to drop.
Plunging nearly 70% in the last 3 weeks, there is mounting pressure on public officials to bring back a sense of normal life. Rhode Island and Illinois among 9 states removing indoor masking policies in the coming weeks.
I think all of us are getting tired of wearing masks, that's for sure.
Massachusetts joining Connecticut and dropping school mask requirements on February 28th.
On the one hand, I can't wait to get rid of them. On the other hand, I feel like it would be good to wait until everybody's eligible to be vaccinated.
As states move.
And you see what I'm saying? You have those people that still want to hold on to that apologetic, these Biden apologists, these Kamala Harris, these Democratic apologists. You know, they know that what's happening here by choosing people, by making people wear a mask, you know, they know it's wrong. You know it's wrong. But they still hold on to that tiny little bit of validation to where they'll say, I still think people should be vaccinated. I still think people should wear their mask. Well, for what? For what? For what? For what? For what? Who are you? Who are you? What do you even mean? Are you getting paid to promote mask wear? Are you getting paid to promote the vaccine? Are you getting paid? No, you're not getting paid at all. The people that are getting paid, they've been paid already. Okay, the pharmaceutical companies, Merck, AstraZeneca, okay? All these, the people who were supposed to get paid, they got paid. You're just an idiot to keep going along with it. So wake up.
Move ahead of federal guidelines, the White House addressing the mixed messaging, insisting internal planning is underway for the next phase of the pandemic.
We want to ensure that public health guidance we're providing meets the moment we're in. We recognize people are tired of the pandemic.
And there is news on the Pfizer vaccine for kids under 5. An FDA advisory committee is set to weigh in next week. Sources tell us there is enough supply and that the federal government is already prepping an initial 10 million doses to be shipped out once authorized. George.
Okay, Whit, thanks for... Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News.
No, not doing that. No, George Stephanopoulos. No. Won't be subscribing to you guys anytime soon. I save my subscriptions for people that I like. Yes, I'm being petty. Being very petty. Show y'all another one. This is a news station from Ottawa, Canada. All right. Show y'all another one. This is just to pretty much drive home the fact that people are still being, I will say, vaccine and mask apologetics. Look, man, the only way this breaks if people have a psychotic break. You know, that's the only thing that's breaking right now. People are having psychotic breaks where they finally wake up and they stop wearing a mask, or they won't wake up and they'll still wear the mask. Okay? There's a lot to gain from having a country of people still under some kind of control. It's a lot of financial gain. There's a lot to gain from it because, you know, that means that people that make the mask, these companies, these warehouses that make the mask, they continue to still make money. Okay, along with, I tell people all the time, most companies benefit from a pandemic. It doesn't even have to be a real pandemic. Okay, it can just honestly be, it can be the fear of a pandemic. It is what it is. As long as money involved, look, Hollywood has been making money off of people's fears for years. So the fact that people are saying that, oh, well, there's no way they can stage a fake pandemic just to scare the hell out of everybody. Hollywood's been doing it for years. So why not? It's a good moneymaker. Scaring the hell out of people is a great moneymaker. Why do you think Halloween is the number one gross holiday? It's not even a holiday. It's the one day where people spend the most money besides Christmas and besides Christmas. Okay, money is good when you're scaring the hell out of somebody. All right, just remember that. There's another one, Ottawa, Canada. Canada's another one.
We can't have masks forever. And I think this is the debate is not should we take masks off, it's when.
If you're watching this in BC or Alberta, you can go grocery shopping, eat out at a restaurant, or even go clubbing without wearing a face mask. If you're in Manitoba, you join them Tuesday. In Ontario, a week from now. But while the idea has popular support, epidemiologists warn there isn't actually any science behind it.
We are risking our ability to keep schools open with this reckless move right now. No one's talking about that, but Omicron is wreaking havoc elsewhere. And the question is, why wouldn't it here too, when our vaccination rates in the under 12 group are very low?
The world is...
And he's only saying that because he's obviously a pawn being used because you still got that trucker convoy over there in Ottawa, Canada. And those guys mean business. So they need, people, places like Ottawa, and they're having like a heavy resistance against the government. They need these state of emergencies to put the people back in line because they're losing grip on the people. They're losing their authority. So you got countries like Canada and France and all these other places where it's very easy for them to lose their grip on the people. So they need statewide, countrywide, mandates like mask and vaccination mandates so they can keep a grip on their people and the thoughts of their people.
Seeing dramatically different approaches to COVID in 2022. In France, vaccinated people no longer need to wear masks indoors. In the UK, all mask mandates are dropped but are still recommended, and some businesses still require them. But south of the border, in America, only Hawaii still has a mask mandate, and that's due to lift before the end of the month.
It seems to me harder for governments here to say you've got to keep wearing a mask when every state in the United States has taken theirs off. The problem is that the United States has had one of the worst pandemic management records of any country in the world, and one of the highest death tolls.
The one government that hasn't budged, our federal government. You still need to wear.
Yeah, and see, he's just telling on himself right there. Like, so that right there, that should tell you what's in his mind right now. He's a dog whistler, and people that are not familiar with that, with that saying, when someone's dog whistling, that means that it's not a dog whistle can only be heard by dogs. It can't be. It's a very high pitched noise, so humans can't hear it, but all the dogs can hear it. So when I'm calling somebody a dog whistler, that means that they're saying things only certain people can interpret. You know what I mean? And that's all that, and that's all he's doing. He's dog whistling, and that's why he's throwing his shade on the United States, where it obviously alludes to the Trump campaign, and no one likes Trump, and and they have to do that. Something about these globalists, Democratic Party. They have to always go back to the past and try to stir your feelings up and rile you up emotionally, so that way you can think twice about getting on their side. I'm gonna let this play all the way out.
Wear a mask to get on a plane, train, or a boat. Travel and tourism operators are pushing to end testing of vaccinated travelers, but the federal government hasn't said if that's something it's looking at. In a statement to City News, Transport Minister Omar Al-Gabra says these measures are based on the advice of public health experts, and we will continue relying on their guidance as we navigate a safe and gradual reopening.
I think the federal government has, for quite some time, acknowledged airborne transmission. That's something that provinces tend to have not done. Certainly Ontario has not. And so I think it's easier to tell people to take masks off and pretend the pandemic's over if you're already in denial about how COVID spreads.
In Ottawa, Xiaoli Li, City News.
And that's it.
More COVID mandate.
That's it. And, he's very butthurt, this guy. Obviously, he sounds butthurt. But dude, the problem is people like you that still need to be validated, that's still looking for people to give them an attaboy, or you go boy. They people like that, they need that validation from other people, because they obviously can't stand on their own. They need that constant cheerleading and in the background for them to do stuff, for them to these are people that can't stand on their own. And I really pity them. I really pity people like this who are still trying to hold on to these mask mandates. They're trying to do a job. They're trying to help you. People they're trying to, my goodness, you don't want to breathe? What's your beef with oxygen, bro? You got beef with oxygen? You don't want to breathe? My goodness. You got fresh air all over the place. That should scare people, honestly. That should really scare. It scares the hell out of me when I see someone driving and it's just them in the car and they have a mask and a visor on and the windows are rolled up. That's scary than Freddy Krueger and Jason chasing you in a park in the middle of the night. I don't know, maybe not that scary. But you get what I'm saying. All right? That's scary. It is. But you know what? That's all I got to say. That's the Tune Up Show. I'm Sam B. That's what we're here to do. Wear your mask. Don't wear your mask. I really don't care. I know I'm not wearing a mask, especially if I don't have to. So I'm out of here. You can take that with you. Peace.